All right, folks, welcome back to Daily Live Seller Calls, episode 103. Just exactly what it says. We're just going to go ahead and call sellers live, see how many deals we can lock up for the day. For some of you folks that are new, my name is Caesar. This is a wholesaling real estate channel where I call sellers live and try to get deals under contract so we can dispo it to an end buyer. So that being said, let's go ahead and make some calls and let's see what we can do. Let's get going. All right. Let us call Jose. Jose, never answer. Yo, Terry, what's up? Hey, Jose, good morning. Caesar here. Hope all is well, my friend. Give me a call when you get this, calling about your property out in Conroe. I got your message the other day. I just been, I was sick the last couple of days, so give me a call back. Thanks. Send this guy a text. All right.
Forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 346349. forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach has finished recording. You may hang up.
Hey Les, good morning. Caesar here. Hope all is well. When you get a chance, give me a call back. I got something for you. Let's talk about firewood. I know you and your sisters said that you need a little bit of time, but yeah, give me a call back. No pressure, no rush, but give me a call when you do have a sec. All right, let's talk. Thanks. All right, let's see.
If you're calling from a number that does not have a caller ID, meaning your name or the company,
All right, let's go to attempting. Hello?
This is Daniel.
Hey, Daniel. Good morning. Caesar here. You and I were texting each other a couple of weeks back about your property on LaPorte Lane.
Yes.
Yeah, then we
Yeah.
never got a hold of each other, so wanted to give you a try. Are you still
Okay.
Are you still looking to sell that property by any chance?
Yes, we are. We have a realtor that has it currently.
Oh, nice. It's on the market.
Yes.
Okay. How long have you guys had it on the market for now?
Since December.
Got it. Got it.
So
Okay.
since the weather's picked up, it's starting to show a lot more.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Shows here you guys had it for 133 days. Is that right?
Let's see. 60. No, I don't think it's 133 days.
Oh, all right. That's okay. Yeah, I think it's it says 42 days. So maybe you guys had it on, took it off, and put it back on. Maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Okay. Got it. All right. Well, I mean, how much are you guys looking to get for this?
Around we've got on the market for 279.
279.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. I mean, right now, are you guys? I know you guys had it off and then back on. Are you guys looking for maximum value on this, or is this something where you guys want to sell quick? What's the situation?
Probably maximum value, the 279. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Okay. And if you
there's a little wiggle room, but right.
Got it. If you don't mind me asking, how did you guys come up with that number? Is that the realtor suggested that, or is that something you guys need?
We had a couple appraisers that came out and appraised it.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Well, I do see the pictures on here. So it's is it currently vacant, or are you guys living there right now?
It's vacant. Yes,
Got
it's
it.
vacant.
How long has it been vacant for?
Since December.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Did you guys move out of there, or was it
We did. We moved out
Oh, nice.
due to my job. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Where'd you move to, if you don't mind me asking?
It's only like maybe 40 minutes from that place.
Got it. Okay. So it's not,
just closer to work.
got it. Okay. Thought maybe you were out of state or something.
No.
Got it. Okay. So I'm just looking at some, there's not much selling around that area, huh? It's not that active.
It's pretty rural.
That's
It's
what I
out in
was
the country.
thinking. It's out in the country. Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
That 279, I mean, without looking too much into it, it sounds like it's more of a market value, right? At this point.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I do see that. I mean, you can do some touch up there, maybe update the kitchen a little, but like you said, it is pretty out there. At the end of the day, I mean, I'm an investor, so I definitely want something where I can have a little bit of profit on the other side, so I can, keep the lights on and pay the staff. I mean, you guys have only had it since December, so maybe you guys give it a few more, maybe a couple more months, and if it doesn't move, maybe I can come back in and revisit it. But right now, if I were to buy this, there's no way I would buy it at 279 because you've had it up there for so long. For me, the way I look at it is after I fix it up, I can probably sell it for 279. But that means I also have to still put in some money in there and then make some money on top of that. You know what I mean? So I probably wouldn't be the right buyer for you right now, but at some point, if it doesn't sell, it's not moving, and you guys don't want to put any capital into it, I'm more than happy to take a look at it.
Okay. Very good.
Does that sound fair enough?
Fair enough. Yep.
Wonderful. All right. I'll talk to you later, man. Thanks, Dan. And if you don't mind, I'll shoot you a text once a month just to see how it's going.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
All right. So once a month for this guy. Oh shit. In progress of a long-term follow-up. Today's March, so let's go till April. All right, who do we have here? Will, brother, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Is that a refund? Oh, let me see. This might be an old lead of mine. So, yeah, no, I'm not even going to ask for a refund on this one. This was back in 2024. So, but yes, if I just bought that lead and they have it on the market, that is an automatic refund for sure. Let's talk to James. California, where are you? Sonata.
Hello.
Hey, this is James.
Yes, sir.
James, good morning. It's Caesar. Long time no talk, my friend. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. Doing great. I was actually a little bit under the weather the last couple of days, that's why I didn't get a chance to respond to your text. So,
No worries.
so you're still contemplating on selling, obviously, if it makes sense and seamless. So, yeah, what's been going on? Last time I spoke with you was like before Christmas, I believe. It's been a while.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't a good time to sell anytime in November, December, so it's kind of just waiting to see what the properties are doing, what the market's doing.
Got it. Is it no, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I lost my train of thought actually, right when you were gonna say something. Yeah, last time I spoke with you, is it vacant or do you live there right now? Refresh my memory, please.
No,
It's been a while.
I'm still here.
Oh, you still live
I'm
there?
still owner-occupied. Yeah.
Got it, got it. And then what was the reason why you were looking to sell again?
I just looking to change environment, do something different. My kids are grown. Everybody's kind of doing their own thing. I've been here for way too long, almost, been here since 2013. August will be, 12 years. I only plan to be here 2 to 4.
Got it.
So, yeah.
It's just time to move, huh?
Yeah, and wanted to do some traveling and stuff, so just wanted to take down my, monthly
Nice.
that a little bit.
Yeah. Where are you planning on traveling? Outside of the country or?
Oh, yeah, outside the country. I mean, I went a couple places at the end of last year.
Oh, sweet.
It was down in South America and stuff, so we want to hit up Europe and Asia.
Oh, perfect. One of my good buddies in the real estate game, he kind of made it big with a little crypto towards the end of last year, and he's him and his wife's been traveling all over Asia the last few months. So I'm pretty jealous. I'm like, darn it, I knew I should have played that, but I just don't know enough about it. So it's one of those.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how much are you looking to get for this if we were to do something here?
I mean, how much I wanted versus how much, I'm looking at something in probably the 520 range.
520 range? Got it. Okay.
Yeah, because that would give me enough to walk away with, decent amount of money.
Got it. You still owe on this or you have this outright?
I do. I owe on it.
Got it. How much do you owe on it if you don't mind me asking?
It should be around 280.
Around 280. Got it. Oh, if I remember correctly, when you and our conversation is starting to come back now, I think you got this 2020 or you got it refinanced in 2020, something like that?
Yeah, I had a refinance. It was before COVID. So it was like 2018 or 2017, something like that, one of those two. Got it. And my interest rate's like 2.75 or
Jeez.
something.
That's amazing.
So that's why I'm like, I'm not pressed to sell and get rid of it if I can't get what I want.
Yeah.
Because it makes no sense.
Yeah. Absolutely. How much is the HOA over there?
So the HOA is the one thing, and I'm trying to work with the board to do a special assessment because the HOA, they have it at $895 right now, which is ridiculous.
Jeez. Yeah. Okay. That's what.
But we're, trying to get a special assessment done so it can drop, below 5.
Yeah. I mean, if I rent that place out for how much do you think you can rent it out for if you end up renting it out?
Well, we have a little advantage here because there's nothing but doctors and nurses here and, professionals like this, CFOs, CEOs. So being that the doctors and nurses in the 2 main hospitals in Solano County are 5-7 minutes away, we have a lot of traveling nurses that pay top dollar. So where they say, oh, you can get $3,500 for it, we can probably get another 1,500 to 2,000 based on the traveling nurses and stuff. The only thing is they want to have furniture there.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to leave furniture. And I was like, I don't have a problem. I can leave my furniture. So there's a couple of our friends that are here that are, contemplating that route because they're looking to buy something else. Up in Sacramento. But I mean, that's the advantage that we have here is the traveling nurses and 2 major hospitals right around the corner and right in the heart of, 10 minutes away from Napa, Sonoma.
Got it. Okay. So $895 or HOA, you're looking at anywhere from $3,500 to $5,000 a month for rent, right?
Yes.
Got it. And then you got a 2.75. If you don't mind me asking, what's your PITI?
When I have 19 something, almost 2,000.
That's all like taxes, insurance, and mortgage?
Yeah. Everything except for HOA.
Okay. So your monthly nut there is $2,895.
Yeah.
Just curious, and I don't even know if this would make sense for me, but would you be open to doing like a subject to? I don't know if you've heard of that terminology before.
Yeah, where you're little payments and making it during the month.
Yeah,
and the balloon payment at the end.
Yeah, so what it is that we're pretty much, and once again, I don't know if this would even make sense for me. I got to run the numbers, but I just wanted to throw the idea around to see if you're even open to it. If you are, we can look into it. If not, totally fine. But what it is the reason why it's called subject to is because I would be buying it subject to the existing loan, because I would love that 2.75%. You know what I mean? Because if I were to go to the bank right now and get my 6.5, whatever the percentage is, there's no way I'm going to cash flow on that if I decide to keep it and rent it out. You know what I mean? Even if it's a traveling nurse that pays top dollars for it, just because it's going to be so much, including, with the HOA. So the only way that I can potentially see a cash flow there is if I buy it subject to the existing loan, meaning, I will start making the monthly payments. I will pay you your equity, so you know that I have skin in the game. But I would love that current interest rate. And so that means the loan stays under your name, but I start making payments on it every month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. I think for me, it depends on the money down, the down payment portion.
Mm-hmm.
I know most people, look at, trying to keep that low as possible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well,
So
let me ask you, I mean, at the end of the day, like, what's the net walkaway money that you'd like to have in your pocket once everything's said and done? Like, what would put a smile on your face and get you traveling,
Bare minimum, I would like to walk away with, at least like 250. That's what I would like to walk away with. I the way that the market keeps shifting up and down, I contemplate walk away with a little bit less. Wanted to get rid of it when it was 580. I had it was actually at 620, and should have got rid of it then, but I had situations where I had my daughter here, so I didn't.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I mean, of course you'd like to get somewhere around that area where you're making close to 300.
Yeah.
But I know that's not reasonable in this day and time.
Yeah.
HOAs went up twice since then.
Exactly. I mean, right now, just looking at what's sold in that area, like the last 6 months, what's selling. I mean, you are asking a little bit over market price. I mean, the most recent one that got sold was October 8th, 2024, over at 1148 Sonata Drive. And that one sold for 495,000. And
yeah, and the problem with that is these guys sold for less, and we know why they sold. Some of them had personal problems, and they had to get out immediately.
yeah,
So they went well below market. And then we had 2 deaths in here. The family didn't care. They sold well below market. So we had a few of those that just drove down our numbers.
yeah,
And that's why people are a little bothered here, because it was ridiculous that they went that low
yeah,
when, the comps were way higher.
yeah. Well, ever thought of just putting it up on the market with a realtor?
Yeah, I mean, being that I was in the game for, 15, 20 years, I know a bunch of realtors and stuff. Yeah, I didn't want to go through the hassle, contemplated doing it the nice, easy, simple way. At the same time, I have buddies up next floor across the hall. They have theirs up by a realtor. So I'm kind of seeing what's going to happen with that, and see where they're going in low and going to try to walk it up like, normal realtor stuff.
Yeah.
So they've had it on the market for a couple weeks now and had a couple open houses. So we'll see what transpires from that.
What's the address on that one? Do you know? So I can look it up.
Don't know exactly. It's minus 1216. So there's going to be like something like 1224 or 1222, if I'm not mistaken.
Symphony?
No, it's Sonata.
Sonata?
Yeah, Sonata Drive.
So 1224 Sonata. Let me try that out.
I know it's 1216, 1218 is upstairs. Yeah, I think
the 1224 Sonata, it is on the market right now for only 420,000.
Yeah, they're putting it down low and trying to walk it up towards 5.
Yeah. That's kind of hurting you guys. I mean, it's hurting me too, because at the end of the day, I'm looking at like what my exit strategy is. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't dictate the price. You don't dictate the price. The market does. And so if I can only sell it for that much, then obviously I'm going to have to come in lower. And that's why I think the only play here is, if it makes sense, I might just pay you out your equity and then get the subject to the existing loan. You get what I mean? So that way you get cash in your pocket, and that cash is going to be less than the total amount, because half of it is going to, you know what I mean? I'm keeping the loan, the mortgage.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something that might work out. I still got to run the numbers on it, but even if we do that, I don't think I'm going to do 530. I mean, I got to keep the lights on the other side, So I guess my question to you is, if we can make something happen where we can close on this in the time frame that you want, like, do you have any wiggle room at all on that number? Is there any offer you would accept with a 4 in front of it, or are you pretty dead on sticking it out there for as long as you can to get the 5?
Yeah. Let me think about this. I think a solid 5 would probably be my bottom. Just 500.
Yeah.
Just because I don't have to.
Exactly.
And there's nothing like forcing me. I mean,
I completely understand.
I think if I was desperate, then I'd be like, yeah, maybe, but that's not the position I'm in.
Yeah, there's no reason for you to lose out on equity. I got you.
Yeah, and it is a great area, great house. I mean, it's really nice in the middle of everything, close to everything. So just a great location as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Reason I've been here for so long.
Well, I know obviously we won't be able to make a deal on this one, but if any of your neighbors, whether they need to cash out quick, or like you said, those, a couple of debts that you mentioned, like those would have been perfect for me, where they don't even have to go through a realtor. You know what I mean? And that can save them some money too. You know what I mean? Because they already took a price cut by selling it that low. Plus they had to sell,
Yeah.
they had to pay a realtor, versus just going straight to me. And then I could have gone those for a good discount. So keep me if you don't mind, keep me in your contact, and I will always give a referral fee if I'm able to close it, get across the finish line.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, James, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And if things change on your side, let me know. I can close quick. I just need to make sure it pencils in. That's all.
Yeah, and go ahead and just send me an email with, your best offer, that kind of thing, so I have something to see where your kind of mind frame is and, where it makes sense for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be more than happy to. I just don't think you'll like the number that I would send you, because your neighbors are killing you. Your
they are.
Your neighbors are killing you. You know what I mean? It's like, when I see those numbers, my number's gonna have to be lower than what I'm seeing, because I'm gonna have to beat them out, and if I beat them out, then that means my number has to be lower than their number when I put it on the market.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna have some things coming up here that are gonna sell a lot higher in the next month or two. Especially being spring is when everybody wants to buy for next year.
Yep.
And us having a gated community now again, where because we sold the property that was next to us.
Yep.
They said we were in a gated community and our property values dropped to $100,000 back in the day. Now that property value should be going back up because that gate was just installed less than a month ago.
Yeah.
So that should also boost it as well.
Got it. And James, just curious, are you retired now, or are you still working?
Everybody keeps asking me that question. I was laid off about 2 years ago and decided to take some time off. After being one of the top companies in the nation for about 14 years. Wow. So I just decided to kind of take some time off and kind of start my own thing. But it was contemplating getting back into real estate, but the market's so crappy still. Yeah. I'm just kind of just sitting back and figuring out,
gotcha,
when I'm going to make my strike and what I really want to do, that kind of thing.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, I mean, you definitely know what you're doing. I mean, the only other potential solution that I can think of would be to do a novation, but I really just don't see any reason why you would do that unless you just value convenience. If you value convenience, then we can probably do something like that. I don't know if you know anything about novations, or have you done any novations in the past, or have you heard of that?
No, not really.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So the thing about novation is that, let's say you and we agree on a certain price point, right? Whatever that is. And then the whole thing about novation is that I will actually go ahead and put it up on the market. I'll get a realtor. I'll do what needs to be done with the house. If I need to do some painting, if I need to shampoo the carpet, whatever it is, staging, my team will do it. And so anything with any transaction costs, any cost related to closing the transaction, I would take care of. So realtor fees, transaction costs, closing costs, I'm the one that's going to be paying out of my pocket, not your pocket, right? And so that's why it's convenient, but obviously you will lose, you're not going to get the maximum value out of it because I'm coming in as a middleman, right? And so I always tell people, if you're looking for maximum value, just go ahead and hire a realtor. Now, if you're like, hey man, I actually want to start traveling, I don't want to deal with this while I'm gone, you go do it. And then at that point, then then that novation would make sense to you, because then you have the convenience while you're traveling, whatever you're doing, I can be handling all that stuff. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
it really just depends on where you are and what you'd like to accomplish. And so that's what I always tell people. If you want maximum value, hire a realtor. If you want convenience, then let's do that novation and I'll take care of it. And then pretty much you get paid when it sells.
Yeah. I've heard of that. Just didn't hear that that word terminology, novation. Okay. So yeah, I know exactly what that is.
Yep. All right. So, cool, man. I'll text you all my info, and then add me to your contact list just in case any of your other neighbors are looking to sell quick, and instead of putting it up on the market, I can make it happen.
Sounds good.
All right, James. It's a pleasure as always. Thank you.
Yeah, Caesar. Have a good one.
You too, bye. Oh, let's go. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna... All right. Long-term follow-up. Touch base in a couple months. What was his? Oh, $2,000. Dude, HOA $895. That's insane. Welcome to California, folks. All right, let me put him on my calendar. 2 months out. Let's give that guy a call. Oh, you know what? I can call him next month, actually. Shouldn't be a problem. All right, who do we have here? We got a few folks logged on here. John.
Yo, can
What?
you hear me okay? I'm inside. I don't get good reception in here.
No, I can hear you, man. How's everything going,
Perfect.
brother?
What's up, brother? Doing good, man. Staying busy, but being good. How are you doing?
Oh, doing all right. Just live on YouTube right now, so you're live. Don't say anything funny. Just kidding.
Awesome. What's up, YouTube?
Perfect. Guys, if you guys need someone, by the way, to display your guys' deals, Braden and John, Mr. House, right? Mr. House LLC.
Yes, sir. Mr. House, we got a website, mrdispodeal.com.
Mr.
Submit them there and we can go from there.
MrDispodeal.com. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. is an MR, right?
Yep.
All right.
You got it.
I'm going to put this up on here on the chat so everyone can hear. These guys have Texas locked down. They move quick. And what I love about these guys is the fact that they're highly communicative. Can't even say that word, but they communicate with you so you know what you're doing. They know what they're doing, and then you know at all times what they're doing and what you need to do to get it across the finish line. So that's why I love these guys more than anything. And they're opening up all across the nation too, right? Florida, Tennessee.
Yes,
you guys
sir,
don't even have any foothold in Tennessee, and you guys already got me a walkthrough.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got one walkthrough scheduled for later today, and then I got another person wanting to walk it this weekend. They're just driving down about 2-3 hours to go see it.
Nice.
So they want to schedule it for the weekend.
Nice.
But yeah, guys, we got Texas and Florida are our major markets, but we're breaking in nationwide. Like Caesar said, we got him one in Tennessee, two walkthroughs scheduled already.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are awesome. So which one was the one that offered the 155? Was it the one for
Both
this
of
weekend or
them.
today?
Actually, both of them. Both of them are interested at 155. Neither of them complained about the price. They both said it was a good price since they're getting both the next door lot and that one that was fenced in pretty much for free with this house deal. So they were both interested at 155, just pending the walkthrough. So should be good to go.
Nice. And how much do I have it locked up at? I don't even know.
How much did you lock it up at? 140, 145?
I think I have it at 143. Let me see.
143. Yeah.
Yeah, I have it locked up at 143.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
if we can get this locked to today, man, let's get it assigned. First EMD wins. You know, if he wants to come up to 159. Wait, what do we have it at? What we have it at 160 or 155?
155
is what you have it marketed.
Yep. 155 is what it is marketed out at. Both buyers are interested at 155. I mean, of course, both of them are pending the walkthrough, but it's fully turnkey, so there's not going to be any issues that come the walkthrough.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Let's close this today, John. Let's close this today. I'll see if I can stretch our margin a little bit on the seller side. I know they owe money to it, so I think they're only getting $10,000 from this deal. So there's really not much spread, you know. They do want to get rid of it because they don't want to pay for their mortgage or any of that. So we may have some room, but if you can get this guy to come up a little and have him deposit EMD tomorrow, that would be good. So just once again, John, if you don't mind, just tell him purchase price plus closing costs plus TC, which is $500, and then ask him what title company he'd like to use, and then I can open title today with, you know, if he wants to deposit EMD tomorrow.
Okay, awesome. That sounds great. That was actually my next question: is where did you have title? But if it's not open, we can just go with whoever he wants to and get it rolling.
Yeah, dude, like 99% of my deals, I will always do TBD, just so that the buyer can choose which title company they want to use. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's a coin flip. Some of our JV partners leave it TBD. Some of them already have title open. Usually, it's never an issue if we already have title open somewhere. Just to let you know, most of our buyers will be cool with just going with that title company. Actually,
Sweet. Yeah.
locked one up yesterday and got EMD in today and one in Dallas. He wanted to use his own title, but he had no issues keeping it at ours.
Yeah. I mean, in San Antonio, I always like to use title company of Texas LLC. Teresa and her ladies, they're really good. So usually if it's San Antonio, I'll put them. And then other places I'll probably put patent title. But like I said, like I've had conversations with buyers like, oh, how much is closing costs? I'm like, bro, like, you know how much it is, like 1.52% max, like
right.
Whatever. So I got tired of it. So I was just like, I'm just going to put TBD, because in that case, it doesn't matter, right? Because if they say, oh, I don't care, then you can tell me who you guys like to use in that area, and then I can use them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Or use whoever I like to use in that area. So, and we don't have to fill out an addendum, just change title companies.
No.
Cool. All right, John, let's get this thing across. The one on Lord, it's looking pretty dead, huh?
It's looking kind of bleak. I got 2 offers on it at 95 and 100. Neither of them were willing to come up. Both of them were saying the ARVs between like 180 to 200.
Yeah.
And it's because of the days on market. Like that one 4522 Lord, that's
it's fucking it
that
up.
one's been on market for like 5-6 months now.
I know, it's screwing it up.
Dude,
did you, by the way, just FYI, I don't know if that buyer would want it, but that flipper, I mean, whoever flipped that house, you guys can skip trace them and see.
No, thanks for reminding me about that, bro. I'm going to do that later tonight when I get home. It's cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him later, and I'll let you know how that goes. And then the Tennessee walkthrough guy, he should be walking it this afternoon. He didn't give me a time range, but I confirmed the walkthrough with him this morning. And he told me he'll send me a text when he's on the way, and he'll take a photo of the lockbox after he's done, just to cover our bucks.
Sweet. Awesome, man. And then also, like, if he's going to take pictures, you just ask him if he can provide us to. I mean, she did a pretty good job taking pictures, so I don't think we even need it.
Yeah, we got quite a few pictures for that one, but the more the merrier, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe he can do a quick video walkthrough and then send it to the other guy for in the weekend and have him bid.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I'll try to get him to take some photos or videos and send them to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, John, appreciate it, man. You be good.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate the phone call.
Thanks.
You two, y'all have a good day.
One last question, John. The Florida one, are we getting any type of hits?
The Florida. So I got this one random offer on Investor Lift for 175, and I've called them like 5 times now to see what's up, and they just haven't picked up the phone. But other than that, I've had a few people tell me they need it like around 160 to 170, but I'm still trying to bring someone else in that's at least above like 190 so we can make something on it if we have to talk them down.
Yeah, let's do it like at 190. At the end of the day, he knows that we're not going to be the end buyer. So whatever offers you have, just let him know, like just list them down, because in that way, while he's in Vietnam, I can just email him and be like, yo, here are the offers that we have. Here's how much they can do. Here's when they can close. Are you okay with any of these? And if he bites on any of them, then, he might take 180. He might take 175 if push comes to shove. I don't know. So just take whatever you can take, and then let's get it out there to him. And then if he says, yeah, then let's get the EMD and lock it up,
Absolutely, man. Let's do it. Well, I'll keep you posted on all 3 of those.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he's been texting me because he never got a chance to sign the extension, but he's like, bro, but I'm working with you, so keep doing what you're doing. He sends me a text like, I'm not signing with anyone. Do what you can, and then when I come back, hopefully you guys, we can get this across the finish line.
Yep, absolutely, bro. I love those kind of sellers. Those are the best.
Yeah.
And it all comes from you just prefacing them the right way, and you're always doing a great job of that.
Yeah, I hope so. We'll see. Let's get him across the finish line. Yeah. We'll see. All right, man.
See, man. We'll do it. We'll bring him home.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right.
Bye.
All right. You have a good one, bro. Bye.
Miles, he is not my dispo manager. They are a dispo team from Mr. House. But that's their website, mrdispodeal.com. They're very strong in Texas, anywhere in Texas. They usually can move them within days. They've got a huge buyers list there. And when I don't, maybe huge might not be the right word. I would say strong buyers list, meaning their buyers are calling them, asking them what deals they have. They've got buyers that might buy something where it doesn't make sense for any other buyers. So the point is, any deal that you have, send them to them for the Texas. Florida, they're starting it. And like I said, they don't even have anything in Tennessee, and they already have, they already got me a walkthrough, and it's only been 3 days or 4 days. I use them mainly for Texas and Florida, but right now I really just like the way they communicate and the way they negotiate. So they do have cartel mode and investor lift. So they do have the ability to make phone calls to get buyers' eyes on your property. But they'll also be transparent with you, letting you know, like, hey, in Texas, there's a lot of things that we can do. In other places, we're just opening up. So, and that's what I love about them, right? Like, they weren't trying to sell their dispo team. They're like, this is where we're good at. This is where we're still opening. So, just have clear expectations on what type of service you're going to get based on where it is. Let's see here. What do we have? Who else do we have on here? John. How you doing, John? What time is it in the Philippines now? All right, let's see. Who else do we have? Who was I going to call? I was going to call someone. Jose. Yeah, that's just the voicemail. Oh, Miles, for sure, bro. 100%. Dude, just let him know. Let him know you heard about him through me. I don't get anything out of it, but just let them know. They'll take care of you. Hola, Jose. Caesar here. Give me a call when you get this. I want to talk to you about your property in Conroe. Thanks, man. All right, let's see. Who do we have on here? Is Will? Will, are you still on here? Miles, John. I think we got a few folks on here. I actually want to ask you guys if you guys have the ability to throw something on the chat. I've been thinking of perhaps doing a mini community or really just helping people, train them, train them on one, how to lock up deals, two, providing resources for them to be able to get it across the finish line, because getting it locked up is one thing, but getting it across the finish line is the other. And so just wanted to throw it out there. Is that something that any of you guys, based on what you've seen me do for months now, is that something that you feel would be beneficial for you? And if so, if that's something that you'd want to join, love to get your guys' opinion on it. Let me know one way or the other. Drop a 1 on the chat if you guys are interested. Let's see, what else do we have here? Joel, how you doing, Joel? Joel, my man, appreciate that. Miles, cool, man. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I need to call Haley. 500 cold calls in today. That's insane. Haley?
Hey.
Hey, are you? Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing all right. You're live on YouTube, by the way, so
Okay.
so
Hi, everyone.
don't be a potty mouth. Just kidding. Yeah, sorry, I was out all day yesterday, so just wanted to touch base with you. Or do we still have is the buyer still in the picture? Is he bouncing out? What's the deal?
I think he's still in the picture. I was actually able to get him on the phone yesterday for literally a minute and a half. And he said, quote, "I'm buried under a bunch of tax stuff right now. Let me get through this and then I'll get back to you." But that he is interested. So he's interested. It's just a matter of getting him over the finish line. I'm going to check in with him again today. But I think we're probably going to have to take a price reduction.
Dude, we already got it.
Not another one.
What?
Not another price reduction, just the one that we already agreed on with him.
Yeah, 15, right?
Yeah.
You think he's going to come in less than 15 now?
No. That's what I'm saying. I just think we're going to have to hold that price reduction for him at 15 for him to move forward.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I would still throw out the 15 plus TC cost, and then if he throws a fit, then we can just close it at 15.
Yeah. And I did push an earlier close, and also let him know that whoever has the earnest money deposit in first wins. So
got it.
He knows there's a little bit of urgency on the deal for sure.
Got it. Okay. And then just get what title company he'd like to use. So in that way I can open title now and then get it going.
Okay.
And then for him to deposit.
What do you think in terms of like just getting that extra nudge? Because I'm like, hey, should we go ahead and open title on this? Like, hey,
dude, if I were you,
when would you ideally be? Like, he moves like molasses, dude, and it's so hard to get him to do anything. And I just want a yes or no at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
so if I were you, I would just say, hey, good news. I would just text him, great news. We're good to go at 15. It's yours. What's your LLC name? Just bullet forms, LLC name, title company you'd like to use. what's your email address? Let me get this thing. I know you can just be like, I know you're buried, but let me get this assignment across your desk or email it to you. And then, just put EMD 3000 and see if he bites at that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then just say 15,000 plus closing costs plus TC costs, $500. And then see what he says.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm typing out the text right now.
Yeah. And just say, hey, I know you're busy. So I just wanted to send this text so you have it. But good news is it's yours.
Yeah.
It's yours, but it's not yours until the EMD. You know what I mean? Like, and then just be like, hey, I can only hold off these guys for a couple of days. I don't know if I want to do that, but just because it's West Virginia, he might just say, screw you. You know what I mean? I've got my tax that I got to deal with.
Yeah.
So play it safe, but just be like, hey, man, I got it going. Let's make this happen. Let me at least get the assignment drafted and sent to you.
I was just going to say, hey, so good news. We're good to go at 15K. So it's yours if you're ready. I know you're buried under tax stuff, but I just need a few things from you to get it across the finish line. And then 3 bullet points, just your LLC to put on the assignment contract, your preferred title company, and your email to send it.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
Okay.
and then on the assignment, it's going to say there TC for $500. So if he balks on that, then we can always take that off. You know what I mean? And then one last,
I almost want to just
one last thing is,
and then we can tell them we'll waive it. So it's almost like, hey, well, we did a price reduction for you, and we're waiving the TC costs. Like, we got to move quickly on this one and just double down on a quick close wins.
Exactly. So. And then and then the EMD, the 3 bullet you have is what? Title that
I already sent it, but I said your LLC to put on the assignment contract, your preferred title company, and your email to send it.
Okay, cool. And then I'll create the assignment right now. Oh no, I can't. I'll just share it with you so you can create it later. Or if you want, once you have all of that, because I know you've got your W-2, just text me. I can create it and then I can send it to you and him to sign.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, that sounds good. And then our JV.
And then
we gotta sign that too.
Yeah, I'll do the JV. I'll do the 60/40 on it. Cool. All right.
Sweet. All right, I'll let you know as soon as I hear back from him.
Cool. Oh, text me your email address and your LLC name so I can put it on the JV agreement.
Okay, well.
All right, cool. Thanks.
All right, bye.
Joel, 500 cold calls. Joel, you're not a VA, are you? What are you doing? That's a lot of cold calls, man. That's awesome. Do you have like a dialer that you use? A triple dialer? Talk to me. All right, what did I need to do? I needed something. Okay, cool. You're in Florida. Bro, why are you cold calling if you don't mind me asking? Haley, what is your email address? So Joel, are you strictly just cold calling? Are you buying any type of leads at all? Or are you just coming up with lists and cold calling? And by the way, how's that going? How's it coming along? Have you locked up any deals? What's how's that coming along, bro? JV agreement. What is the address here? What's today? The 26th. Next Up Homes LLC. Guys, I just got to do this before I forget. Sorry, it's not getting you guys content here. But I got to do what I got to do to get paid, guys. Get this across the finish line. All right. E-signature fields. How do you spell your name, Haley? Let's see. What did Joel say here? So you're cold calling because it's affordable to you. You haven't had some sellers to follow up with a few million. Cool. That being said, Joel, it's still costing you money for the dialer and to run the list, right? Like, if you don't mind me asking, like, how much is that costing you? And then the second thing I was going to say is, if you're talking about affordability and if you want practice, it might make more sense on the on doing FISBOs more than cold calling. And the reason why I say that is when I first started, bro, I did cold call, right? I was doing exactly what you're doing, 500 dials, 300 dials, whatever it took. The problem that I was having was the fact that I was barely getting anyone on the phone. And so I didn't really get the repetition that I needed to get better. And for me, getting better was more important than the money because I know once I get better at it, the money will be there. You know what I mean? And so when I was doing that, I was like, man, like I need to figure this out because I'm not getting any reps at all. And so whenever I would go on whenever I can make calls or didn't get enough, what's the word that I'm looking for here? Enough repetition, I would switch to FISBOs and I would just call because those numbers are correct numbers. And so when they're correct numbers, I'm able to get on the phone. I'm able to get my words out. I'm able to get my repetition. And that's how I got better. And so I always suggest, do the FISBOs because it's free. The way I like to call it, it's my batting cage, but it's a free batting cage, right? I go at bats for free. And if you get lucky enough, which is very possible, you get lucky enough, you will actually get someone across the finish line, which, by the way, one of my FISBOs, that was my first cold calling deal that is the third deal that I locked up, but the first deal that went across the finish line was a FISBO. So I just wanted to throw it out there. Victor, easy on the keyboard, dude. It gets loud, huh? All right. RJ mentioned that on my when he did the King Closer Reacts. Let's see here, Victor. Okay, cool. Kevin, what did you say? What's the deal with Illinois on speed to lead? What's up with that? What do you mean? I don't understand your question. What's the deal with Illinois? Oh, you noticed people. You said people. You meant people are not buying Illinois on speed to lead. That's a good question. Maybe because of rules and regulations. Not 100% sure. I don't really like doing business there, so I never paid attention to that. But it can very well be because of regulations. Let's see. Who do we have next? Why is Kathina not sent the email yet?
Hi, Caesar.
Hey, Kathina.
How are you?
Doing good. How are you? You're on live on YouTube, by the way. I'm just making calls, so
Okay.
I'm trying to get Haley to get that assignment signed today. So
Yeah.
she's reaching out. What's up with the amendment for Roger? Have you sent that yet?
No, I need to do that today. I was going to do it yesterday, but I didn't get a chance. So I will do it today.
All right. Why don't I just do you a favor and do it for you? Because you're probably not going to do it until later today, are you?
Yeah, because I have to do it from my computer. I looked on the app and I thought I could do it that way, but I can't. So yeah, I would do it when I get home tonight.
All right. So Roger. And then what's your email address? Let me put this on mute.
Perfect.
All right,
Great.
thanks,
Thank
Katina.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank
Oh,
you so much.
it's 8, right? It's 8,000.
8,000. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
Okay, bye.
Exactly. All right. Thanks. Bye.
All right, let's send. So we had this deal, Kathina, who's also one of the viewers. She's working with me now. She's absolutely awesome. I can't wait to see her growth and be on her own. She's been locking up deals in West Virginia. West Virginia is pretty tough market. And so we finally have one that's getting it across the finish line. You guys heard I was talking to Haley. Haley actually is someone, I don't know if she's followed me. She's definitely watched me a few times, but we met on Facebook as well. And so she has buyers in West Virginia. This is like our third or fourth deal that we sent to her. Finally, one of her buyers wanted at 15. We actually had it locked up at 15. And so we were able to get it down to 8,000 now, which gives us a $7,000 assignment fee. Which obviously Haley will get paid on it for as a JV partner, and Kathina will get paid on it for acquiring the deal as an acquisition manager. So everyone wins. It's just a matter of getting it across the finish line now. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dude. Come on. Oh, Simply, I do not like you at all. I don't want to turn this into a bitching session, but you guys suck. All right, let's see here. Joel, so you've been thinking of switching up your strategy because it's hard cold calling and get a hold of anyone. Yes, man. Well, first of all, cold calling is already difficult enough, right? I'm one of those guys who actually like to cold call, so I don't see it as that much of a difficult. That being said, it is difficult when you're coming across wrong phone numbers all the time. And that's why I didn't like it, because a lot of those things just didn't make any sense. When was this signed? March 19th. Okay. So amendment of PSA, that's what we need to do. And Joel, how long have you been doing this for, my guy? And are you doing this full time, or are you doing this the side hustle? All right, let's send that. All right, Joel, so you got serious with it. Let's see here. You got serious with it in January. Awesome, man. Congrats. You've been consistent. Side hustle right now. Your truck driver during the day, wholesaler on nights and weekends. That's awesome, man. And that actually works out for you because if you're wholesaler at night, you can definitely call West Coast states, Central Coast states. So anyone on the PST or Central Time, that would be good. Maybe even try Hawaii. I don't know, or Alaska. See if you can drive some business that way as well. All right, so let me just. All right. Oh, that's what I wanted. So I want to record this actually. I think Athena's might still be driving. Hey, Kathina. Hey, sorry to bother you, but you sounds like you're driving to work still.
I am. Yes.
Okay, cool. You're live on YouTube, by the way. Just FYI.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna tell you. Let's obviously cross your fingers that Haley's buyer follows through and we get it across the finish line.
Yeah.
That being said, I want to ask you this. From day one to now, what is the one key thing you've learned about this specific deal, especially after your last phone call with the seller?
Really for me is that he truly is motivated. So, like RJ says, if they're motivated, they're going to come down in price. So for me, that's like the biggest thing. Like, wow, I've never had anyone go, okay, that works. Sure. That's what you want. Okay. So he's truly motivated.
Absolutely. And did you hear how did he respond? How did he respond to you when you said we need this at 8?
He was like, okay.
Exactly.
I mean, there was like no question or anything about it. He's like, okay.
None whatsoever. So I really wanted you to have that experience because that was my first experience on my first deal. First deal was I locked it up at 25 and then we ended up selling it for like 11.
Wow.
Or 10. It was like low number. It was like 10, anywhere between 10 to 12,000. And it was just such a mind-boggling for me. I was like, oh my gosh, this whole time I'm like sweating, I have anxiety. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't get this thing across the finish line. And then finally I was like, the best we can do is 10K. Right? Let's just say it's between 10 to 12. I forgot what it was, but I was like 10K and they're like, I'm like 10K is better than no K.
Right.
And then it literally took them 30 seconds. They're like, you know what? You're right. Let's just get this thing across.
Yes.
And
exactly.
So this is why, like, I'm always preaching, like, you just don't know if you don't know the exact motivation, like you're thinking you have to be at a certain price point when you don't necessarily have to. If I were to take a guess, that guy probably would have taken this at 5.
5, yeah, probably.
Because he didn't even budge when you said 8. I listened to that call and it was like, like, okay,
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, wow, I probably could have gotten it 5, which is what he said at my very first phone call with him. He's like, even if I lose money, I just need this gone, so you hear sellers say that, but it's like he really was true to his word. Like, he just wants to be done. So I agree. Let's keep our fingers crossed that this buyer comes through.
Yep, absolutely. And like I said, fingers crossed, whether the buyer comes through or not, at least we now have that mentality, that mindset, because now you've experienced it yourself instead of just hearing it from me or anyone and everyone else. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, if you remember, and if you don't mind, I'll call you out because people are watching, and everyone has this, and I had it too, right? When we started, remember when you asked how much you want it for, he said between 10 to 15.
Yes.
And then you locked it up at how much? You offered him 13, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it was 13. Yep.
Right.
Exactly. I think it was 13.
And you offered 13 because you're still new. Like, I probably would have done the same thing, right?
Yep.
And then you and I had a discussion. I was like, and you even said it's like, Caesar, you're gonna call me out on it. I was like, you probably say you would have offered it at 8, right? You remember that?
Yep.
And I was like,
I do.
I was like, yeah, I would have offered it. Like, I would have started at 5 and moved it at 8, and then that's where we're landing. So hopefully, this experience gives you the confidence to really 100% full on take the buyer's mentality, throw an offer, and then, like, if you're okay at 8, then offer 5, and then move your way up to 8. If you're okay at, if the calculator says 25, start at 20. That's your offer, not 28 because he's at 50. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep, I do. And it's definitely giving me more confidence for sure.
Absolutely. All right. Because I thought, I was like, wait, I'm like, this would actually be good for everyone who's new. I have Joel listening. He hasn't closed a deal yet. He's doing a lot of cold calling. Other folks on here. So if everyone goes through what you went through, I went through that. I still remember it was that lady from Ozona, Texas. Dude, I couldn't find a buyer. You know who bought the damn property? The people that were painting my ex's condo.
Oh, wow.
They heard my conversation. They're like, oh, like, you're in real estate, you buy things? Like, yeah, I do this. It's like, bro, like, we can't buy anything here in California. We just want to pay for something cash, or like, I don't care if it's a beat up full gut. Like, we know how to do it. We're Mexicans. We've got family members. And I was like, yeah, bro, I have this in Ozona. I was like 19. And then they drove from here to Texas the next day.
Wow.
And then they're like, bro, we can't do 19 here. This is a full gut. Like, I asked a couple of contractors already over there. I know how much it's going to cost me. I need this like at 13. I think I was able to get them to like 14 and a half. And then I was like, and I told sellers, like, this is our last shot. If you walk away from this, it's the city's just going to bulldoze your house. So 10K is better than no K. And they're like, done. And I was like,
oh my gosh.
You know, but it was such an eye opener for me, you know, and I was like, I was having such anxiety on that price point when they were okay with it. So
yeah, exactly. So again, like I said, I think it goes back to what RJ always says. There's true motivation there. It's going to move. You're going to make it happen. So I just need to realize that sometimes sellers are not as motivated as I think they are.
Yeah. And if they're not, that's okay. Move on to the next one. But the ones.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so if you look at it, like, that's how I look at it, like, just like a poker game. Like, at the end of the day, you're going to miss those because you're going to think they're highly motivated when they're not. And then there are days when you're going to miss the ones that are highly motivated and you don't think that they are. So the thing is, if you're going to miss both of them, do you want to capture them when you have when you're throwing a higher offer, or you want to capture them when you're throwing a low offer?
Right, of course.
You want to catch when you're throwing a low offer, because the one that's highly motivated will be like, yes, I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're going to make up for the other ones that you lost because of that big spread.
Yep, I agree. I totally agree with you.
All right, I'm done preaching. Have a good one. Have a good one. Thanks.
Oops. All right, I'm at work now.
Okay, bye, Kathina. Have a good one.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I just want to have that conversation in front of you guys. For you folks that are new, everyone goes through it. I've gone through it, and then until you have that experience personally, when you're like, now I know exactly what Caesar's saying. Now I know exactly what Kafina's saying. I know exactly what RJ's saying. I know what all of these other people are saying. It's natural to have that fear, that worriness. I don't even know if that's a word. That anxiety. But at the end of the day, if they're motivated and the price point still achieves their goal, because that's the most important thing, that it achieves their goal. If it achieves their goal, it achieves their goal. And so once that's done, man, that's where you can make some cheese. Now, obviously, this is a West Virginia deal, so there's really no cheese to be made here, except for the fact that after all the JV agreements, after everyone gets their piece of the pie, I can get like 100 coupon club leads out of it, maybe 50. I don't know, whatever. Joel, that kind of happened to you the other day. You said you offered more than you should have. To be like 80. Okay. Yep. We all do that, man. And it's totally fine. The sign, when you say offer, was it just a verbal offer? Did he agree? Did you get an agreement sent out? Talk to me about it. Sweet. All right. I've got some messages from other teams, so give me 1 second here. Sweet. Oh, yeah.
Hello?
Braden, how are you, buddy?
Pretty good. What's up, man?
Dude, are you doing much better? Did you get half of your cheek taken out by dogs or what?
I'm doing better, man. I was jumping the fence and I got snagged on this like piece of metal, so it gashed me pretty good on my leg, but I'm fine.
Got it. What was I gonna say? You're live on.
How are you?
You're
How
live
are you
on.
doing? What'd you say?
You're live on YouTube, by the way, just FYI.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I'm doing much better today. I need to do twice as much today for missing out all day yesterday.
Yeah, I heard you left your shoe at the bar and everything.
It wasn't my shoe. It's someone else's shoe. Oh my gosh. It's hella funny. Oh, that Thursday conversation at the bar would be pretty hilarious. I might actually record it. But hey, I was gonna ask you. So I have this deal in Houston, and I think the way I underwrote it, I just didn't do a good job underwriting it, and so I actually rescinded my offer to him. But you guys know Texas very well. Can I throw it at you and you tell me what your thoughts are on where you would lock it up at?
Yeah.
I'll just give you the address.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Oh, you're ready for it right now?
Yeah.
Let me text it to you. So.
Okay, cool.
So the situation here is when you Google map it. Well, first of all, yeah, I just texted to you. Pull it up on Google Map, and I can talk you on the 4 houses.
All right, 1 sec.
While you're doing that, Brayden, I'm just going to talk to one of the viewers. Joel, I know exactly who you're talking about, bro. Does this guy have 2 houses with a garage in the middle where he stores his tools? Tell me if that's the same guy. I think there's one where he's got 2 houses with a garage in the middle, and then there's another one that I've talked to where he's got 1 house with the garage outside where he stores all of his tools. Let me know. And where is this at?
All right,
What state? What was that, Brayden?
I've got it pulled up.
Okay, cool. So if you're looking on Google Maps, you see the house. I believe it's like red, burgundy, whatever the color is, brown, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a white house next to it, which is is the corner house. So those 2 houses are his. And if you go around the corner behind that white house, so you make a left, there's 2 houses behind that white house.
Yep.
It's a white one and a blue one.
Okay.
So all 4 of them are under 1 lot.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay,
That's
cool. So if you go on PropStream, you can see that address. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, it'll show up the other 3, I believe, or is the other 2.
Okay.
So where do you think ARV is, and where would you lock this up at?
Let me see. Yeah.
And for you folks, while Brayden's doing this, you guys were here earlier. John was on. Brayden and John work together. They're the same team. They're absolutely amazing. If you're new, they'll do this from time to time. Don't get used to sending them deals for them to underwrite, though, because then obviously it's not worth their time. But if you need help from time to time, especially in Texas, they're really good in Texas. So they'll be able to at least give you their honest opinion on where it needs to be. So from time to time, you'll do that, right, Brayden? But just not all the time.
Yeah, I don't mind as long as it's not like I had this guy, dude, that we closed 1 deal together, and then after that, he'd send me like 15 addresses and picture links a day to underwrite. And I'm like, bro, this is not what we like agreed to. This is not how it works.
Yeah.
And it ended up being a really bad situation too. We closed the deal and everything went solid, smooth with that deal. So I was like, okay, this guy's legit. He brought me a deal that we closed on. We're able to make some money on. And then the next one that the numbers worked on that he sent me, I figured out that he was daisy chaining everything and bringing them to me to underwrite. So he was like finding them on some group that they weren't like posting the deals on Facebook or anything, or like Investor Lift or anywhere. So I didn't know that they were already like under contract. So I posted one of them on Facebook, and somebody reached out to me and was like, hey, we're closing on this tomorrow with Jaron. Like, we don't need to be posting our deals. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh my
and then figured out this guy's just going around telling everybody he's a buyer and trying to daisy chain it.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I appreciate the hustle. I can even say I respect the hustle, but just going about it that way though, like I hate it. Like if you're gonna daisy chain, just like let me know, dude. Like, all right, that's your deal. Like, I'm not gonna shit on it. And that's okay. Everyone's got their own style, right? But like let me know so that I'm aware, so that I can do what I need to do, right? Because you can be a daisy chainer and you come to me and it just so happens that I have a strong buyer in that specific location. So all right,
we can make it work.
Yeah, we can make it work. But if you're gonna come and tell me it's yours, you're direct to seller, but when you're not, it's like, bro, that's like the quickest way for me to not do business with you again.
Right. On these houses, do you know how big they are, each one of them?
I believe each one of them is like 700, whatever it says on there, 700, 640.
Are they 2 1s?
Yep.
Okay.
I just wanted to do this live, Brandon, because one, I wanted to call you guys out. I really like your guys' business and the way you guys run it. Two, show everyone that, dude, everyone makes mistakes. I royally screwed this up. But it's good to have buddies like you to go, hey, this is probably where we can move it. You know what I mean? If I can go
Yeah.
back to the seller and revive it, which by the way, I had a really great conversation with him when I rescinded the offer.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, because I told him, I'm like, I royally fucked this up, and this is how I did it. This is how I screwed up. And at the end, is like, man, like everything you're saying does make sense. He goes, so if you were to make an offer on this one, what would it be? And I told him what it was and why, and he's like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, but I just won't be able to do that.
Oh man, what was the first price that you gave him?
Dude, I can't tell you. Not yet. I don't want you to change your outlook on it. Like I want you to like I want to get your honest feedback on where you would do it. You know what I mean? And then we can talk it through.
I'm seeing some comp on 4335 Oxford Street. It's 832 square feet. It's a 2-1, and it was 1945 build.
Is that the 275?
275.
Yep.
Sold at 229.
Yeah.
So that one looks like a pretty good comp, but it's got a bigger backyard.
Yeah.
Because it's not 4 of these things crammed onto one lot.
Yeah.
So I call ARV on each one around like 200. So there's, do you even know? Hold on one second. I'm talking to Abby real quick.
Guys, this is the beauty of being part of a community, whether that's a paid community or not. Like, just have other people that do what you do so that you can bounce ideas off of, and just make sure you bring in your own value, right? At the end of the day, if you add value, you'll get value. Now in the beginning, maybe you're new and you just don't have that much value to provide, right? Because you lack the knowledge or the experience, and that's okay. Just let them know. But you can still provide value by finding them deals. Just ask, hey man, I'm really looking to learn. I don't have much value to add because I don't have the experience and knowledge, but I have grit. I know how to work. I want to be successful at this. Here's some of the things that I need, meaning feedback, input to learn someone, for you to learn from someone. In return, you can provide what? You can provide leads to them, deals to them. You can cold call their leads, their list, whatever it is, right? Work for free. When I say work for free, I don't mean free like you get a percentage of whatever you lock up, but at least they're not paying a VA an hourly. You know what I mean? Like, there's ways around it. That's how I started. Like, I had zero experience in real estate, and anyone and everyone that I came across with, I was just upfront and honest. Like, here's where I am in my journey. There's not much I can value besides grit and time. And so here's what I need from you. Let me know how I can provide my grit and time towards your business to add value to your business. And because of that, people kind of just took a liking out of me, and I learned a lot from a lot of different people. So Joel, yes. So is this the guy with the 2 properties and the garage in the middle? I think it is in Florida. I know exactly who you're talking about. And today I might have to change the title of this video because we didn't really get a whole lot of get a hold of a lot of sellers. But hopefully I dropped in some gems, some viable nuggets here. Drop a 1, guys, if I did, and if I didn't, it's okay. Drop a 2. Let me know. Like I said, I'm always open to feedback. Really appreciate it.
Hey, we're just looking at the CAD stuff right now to see if we can. Oh, yep, it's 640 square feet each one of them.
640. Yep.
Lot size pay though. That's what I'm trying to figure.
The lot size for each one, or for the
How
house?
much is each one? Because that'll tell the increase on costs. That'll give me a perspective on that.
The lot size I think is 8742 total.
Yeah,
At least that's what it
87.
says on PropStream.
Yeah, that's what it's showing on CAD.
For each.
Well, I think you would just divide that by 4 to come up with your each individual lot. Yeah, I mean, with the if you had the house on the whole lot, I think the ARV is around 200. It's hard to tell with all these crammed in on the same lot.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find.
This is one of those. It was like one of those difficult ones.
Yeah, because I can't even find like a comp that has 600 square feet.
But they're all a whole quarter acre, so that's they've got tons of. Is that one that we talked about? That's your call, but
If I were gonna put an offer on this, I think it would sell around 600K.
No way.
Oh wait, let me do my math.
you felt pressure being on the spot.
I think 600 is the ARV. Yeah.
Oh, this ARV is a 600. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying what? Put 3 houses on there? Or
Yeah.
2?
I mean, yeah. Or you just buy these super cheap and get them rent ready, and then you just slumlord it.
Yeah.
I could see that working, because if they're both 2-1s, I mean, if they're all 2-1s. Yeah, it's showing average rent for a 2-bedroom in that area to be like $1,400. It's,
1,400. So
yeah.
So what? 5,600 total.
Yeah. So if you want to stay at like the 1% rule, you need to be around 560 for ARV.
And I'm thinking $30,000 a rehab each, right? Or 15 for rent ready. So 60,000.
Yeah.
Let's just say 20,000 for each.
Yeah, so it's that 80 altogether.
So what would you offer this guy?
Abby, do I have permission to make an offer?
What?
I keep trying to talk, you're like, no.
What are you talking to me?
No, hold on, I'm talking to Abby. She's not letting me give an offer yet.
No, I just wanted to take time to look at it deeper, but no, you do your thing. Do whatever you think best. He's asking you.
No, I want to know you guys' opinion. Go ahead, Abby.
Here's one with
If you want-
624 square feet.
With how much?
624.
What's that?
So it would probably be an as-is condition. I haven't seen the inside of that one, but this one's like, it doesn't look great. It's sold for 105. That's a 2-1. It's 10 years older. Got that one. We've got Oh, sorry now. Here's 714. Oh, that's stuff's really in trouble. Wonder.
I would offer around 300K.
Around 300K.
Yeah, I think that'll leave you at least a 20K wholesale.
You think you can move this at 320?
Yeah, I want to say I can.
Do you have any
It's
buyers?
just-
Do you have any buyers out there that you trust that we can do a reverse wholesale on?
I'm trying to think if I have anybody in that area.
It's out in Houston. Do you have any strong Houston buyers that you can trust?
Yeah, I do. I've got one guy I can send this to right now.
Okay. See where you would need it to be. So you want to know how I fucked it up?
What'd you do?
So I saw the 275. So I was like, all right, 275, because that one's larger, even though it's 2-bed, 1-bath, but it's got a bigger backyard. So I was like, all right, maybe 200, right? And then, but here's one thing I didn't think of. I didn't think of that all properties are on one lot. I just went into, ooh, this can be 4 separate lots and 4 different houses. So the way I did it was 200 times 4, 800 of ARV.
Yeah, I could see you doing that.
You know what I mean? Versus, I really think the most that you can do here is 2 lots, dude. You can only put 2 houses, maybe 3 if you really want to squeeze it in there.
Yeah.
But if you do it that way, I mean, looking at that neighborhood, what developer is really going to develop and put all that money in that little block? You know what I mean? So I don't even think that's going to work. And so here's the thing. I screwed up because I was like 4 lots, blah, blah, blah. So 800 minus 120, whatever. I just did whatever I needed to do. And so I ended up like sending an agreement for like 440. And then after I got off the phone, Hyra was there. So we looked at it as like, yeah, bro, but there's only 1 lot. And so I called the guy yesterday. I was like, because he didn't want to sign on Saturday. So it's like, man, what happened if I had signed on Saturday? I'm like, oh, if you had signed on Saturday, I'd still give you the same story, but at least I would give it a shot. But now that I know it ain't going to move at that price point, I'm not going to spend time on it, you know? And so he asked me, he's like, well, how much would you offer on it if you were going to offer? I was like, it's either going to have a 1 in front of it or low 2s. That's what I said.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 250.
Yeah.
I think 250, you can sell this at 275.
I think those.
Yeah, I like those numbers a lot more than mine.
The 2 properties on the wall.
Do you know if are they renting out any of them? Or are they all vacant? What's the situation?
They're all rented out.
Do you know how much they're renting out for?
They're all on month-to-month as well. So whoever the buyers are can easily kick them out.
Cool.
And they pay all bills except for water, because the meter is under 1 meter. 1 meter for all 4.
Right. Okay.
Let's see. I think. Oh, he's had these people there for a long time, so he has them under market.
Okay.
I think like 700, 800,
Oh,
500,
wow, okay.
900. Yeah. They're all under market. And it's pretty much full rehab for all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think your numbers are better, especially a bigger rehab, because we don't know really what the condition is. Yeah, I think locking it up around 250 is solid. I can send this over to my guy right now and see what he thinks too.
Yeah, just ask him, and then and if he throws a number, then I can go back to this guy and be like, yo, we got this taken care of, locked in, but here's where we need it to be. And then let him decide if he wants it or, you know what I mean? He might take it.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Yeah, let me hit him up and see what we can do.
Cool. Let me know, man. Thanks.
Alrighty. Bye.
All right. Let's see. – . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . really how it should be. Haley, tell me you got good
Teaser, I have
news.
good news. I have good news.
Yes, you're still on live. I love it. Give me some good news, baby. Let's
I
go.
just got off the phone with the buyer, and he said he's gonna move forward. So he's gonna do it. And not only did I get a yes, I got everything we need. So I got his LLC, I got his email, I got his title company that he uses. So we can move forward on that. And then I did get him to agree to an extra $500. So we landed at $15,500, including the TC cost.
Yeah, let's go. There you go.
Let's go.
Yeah, so the assignment would still be at 15, and then but on title it's gonna say 15,500 because it's gonna go 15 plus the 500.
Okay. So
Yeah.
are you gonna you're assigning it to me at 15 then, or sorry, how are you assigning it to me, or how do you want to do it?
Yeah, so
Title-wise?
so what you can do is I can send I can go ahead and just send him. I'll send him the assignment with me signing it, and then you sign the JV agreement, so that way you're included on it.
Okay, cool. Because I would love to just get that piece of it shored up just to make sure that we're all good to go on title, JV, all of that, and then
Yeah, let's do it.
sweet.
Um,
I told him I would get it over to him here in the next couple of minutes. So everything's happening at once. Of course, I have a meeting at 10 coming up here in like 10 minutes. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
just send me
my brother's dog.
just send me all of his info and just say, hey, my guy Caesar, he's gonna send you the assignment. And then he's gonna sign, you're gonna sign. We should be good to go. He's got all of the information. And then I'll text you once it's sent, so you can at least tell him, hey, it's gonna come from Simply, like what to look for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right, send me all
Let
the
me
info.
get inside.
Yep.
Let me get you all the info. Let me sign the JV. And then we'll get it moving.
Yeah, for sure. And then
Awesome.
I'll have my TC open title today, so he can deposit the EMD tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. And then he did. I got him to agree to a 1,000 EMD.
Oh, 1,000
So-
EMD.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. It's such a low price point. I don't care.
I know. Yeah, I was like,
Cool.
if we can just do anything, that would be great. We normally do 5,000, but he agreed to 1,000. So
Sweet. All right. Cool. I'll drop this up right now. Just send me all the info.
Okay, well, give me just a couple minutes and I'll get inside and do that.
Sweet. Cool.
Awesome. Okay. Yay! Talk to you soon.
All right. Awesome.
Okay.
Is this your first
Bye.
deal?
Yeah, it is. And I don't want to jinx it yet because I need him to sign this contract first. So let's just
Yes.
wait till he gets it signed. But like he gave me a verbal yes, and that feels good. So
All right, Kobe. I'll talk to you later.
okay, bye.
Bye. Awesome, dude. I am so pumped. So this is also Kathina's first deal. They've been and Haley's first deal. They all been trying to do it on their own for a while now. Dude, this is so awesome. Kathina is working with me. She's calling my leads. And I believe Kathina have written 5 contracts so far since she started with me. And this is the first one that's going through. And so I wanted to bring that up and point that out to you guys, because when Kathina jumped on board with me, I told her, go fuck some shit up. You're going to lock up deals. You're going to come to me and I'm going to tell you it's overpriced, and it's okay. You learn from it. but you just go for it. I need you to get the words out of your mouth. I need you to get used to it. I need you to get used to hearing no. I need you to get used to hearing people tell you to kick rocks, whatever it is. I need you to get through that motion. And the only way to get through that motion is to make an offer on the spot, send out the agreement on the spot, and get it signed on the spot. And so I just set up proper expectation. You're going to go through a lot, and most of them probably not going to come in. Why? Because you're not that great at comping it. It's just part of the game, guys. So I want you guys to fully understand that, because I know everyone's just like, oh my gosh, I gave this person my word and now it's not going to happen. There's just so many variables. You guys are making an offer. We're making an offer sight unseen. Just that alone, there's already a set of variables that we cannot control, right? So ARV can be wrong. Your rehab costs can be wrong. There are certain market conditions that you might not be able to see through your screen, right? Or perhaps you can if you're experienced enough and you'd be able to see it within first 15 minutes. But for someone new, these are the variables that exist that you don't have control over. So just know that in the beginning, you're going to screw up a lot. You're going to lock up deals. They're going to be overpriced. But the key thing is for you to stay open-minded when someone like myself or anyone else who has experience tell you that it's a shit deal. If it's a shit deal, don't take it personally. Don't take it as them shitting on your deal. It's just they know because they moved deals before, right? So if you come to me and I go, hey, you've overpriced this deal and it's shit, right? Okay, take that in, internalize it on why I'm saying it's overpriced, and then go to another person and then see if they'd say the same thing. And if you have 3-4 people saying exactly the same thing, then most likely it's a shit deal, right? And so I just wanted to bring this up because I've come across people who take it personally and they're like, no, it's not. It's not a shit deal because it can do this, it can do that, it can do this. I go, great. How many deals have you gone across the finish line? So then how can you tell me that those things are going to happen? Is it possible? Yes. Can you find a buyer that will agree with what you said? Yes. The question is, do you have the time, the capital, and the right partners to find that buyer? If you do, then go for it. But if you don't, it's going to take a long time to move it. And if you don't move it, meaning you don't find that specific buyer, other investors have now seen that property and now it's got a bad reputation, right? Because it's overpriced. And so that's kind of like, that's what you need to look into and go, ooh, do I really want to put this out there or not? So yeah, just wanted to kind of rant there for a little bit. Hopefully that was good and that added value to you guys. And like I said, even now I still screw up deals. There are times when I overprice them. There are times when I'm talking to dispo teams and we're at impasse. Like, dude, we can't lock this. We can't put this out there. I'm like, okay, but I feel strongly about certain deals, and I go, if you're not going to do it, I'm going to find someone else that will. That being said, there are ones where they state their case, and if their case makes sense, then I swallow my pride and I go, all right, I screwed this up. Now it's time for me to go back to that seller to either get a price reduction or just rip the contract in half. It's the name of the game. And so just wanted to bring that up to you guys. If you guys like what I just said right now, drop a 1. If you feel or strongly disagree with what I just said, drop a 2 or drop a comment on the chat. I'd love to hear from you. Love to hear your experience as well. Let me know. All right. let's see. Damn, who is this guy? Cool. All right, guys. I'm glad Victor, Joel, see you guys are saying that's dope. Thank you. Appreciate it. Cool. I've been on doing this for 2 hours now. I've got some things I got to deal with, some admin work, some personal stuff. So I'm going to call it a little bit early today, and I'll get back into it hopefully tomorrow again. My goal is to do this on a daily basis, probably do like 2-hour blitzes. So I think it's just right about that time. And then, I made a commitment to RJ because he put together a masterclass on social media and branding. And so I made a commitment to post at least one video every day. And so I don't know if you guys have watched my channel, but I've been posting videos every single day, whether that's a short video or just a regular long form video. So I'm definitely going to post something up today again. And till next time, guys, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you found this to be valuable, I'd really appreciate it if you smash that like button. And any key takeaways that you got from this, I'd really appreciate it if you dropped it on the comments. So in that way, anyone that's new in the game that may come across my channel in the future, they can see the type of key takeaways that they can get out of the channel, so they can learn and grow just like you and I. All right. Thanks, guys. Much appreciated. And any feedback would be greatly, greatly appreciated as well. It's all about growing together and inspiring each other. Till next time.